Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode here at Excelsior Orthodontics. I am your host, Dr. Minwen, and today we are going to be looking at what is dental insurance, what are the good things about it, what are the bad things about it. Stay tuned, find out. Hi everybody, welcome back again to Excelsior Orthodontics. Today we are going to be looking at what is dental insurance. We're into a really great video explaining what is dental insurance, how does it actually benefit you, is it really that beneficial for you to even have it? Let's look at this together. What do you say?
Going to the dentist can be, well, scary. Americans have a lot of reasons for not going to the dentist. They include fear of actually going, inconvenience, and trouble finding a dentist who's covered by insurance.
But the top reason by far is cost. Nearly 60% of Americans said cost was the main reason they haven't visited a dentist within the past 12 months. That's the case regardless of their age, income level, or the type of insurance they have.
That's because dental insurance is, well, wonky. It functions differently than medical insurance, and that can be confusing for patients.
Dental insurance is a mixed bag. It's a misnomer to call it dental insurance because in reality, it's really not insurance, it's reimbursement.
It is frustrating for a consumer when they visit several different offices and they find out that the fees are varying widely.
People make...
This is true right here. The gentleman hit it right on the money. Dental insurance works really differently than medical. It is not the same by any means. It is more of a reimbursement. Think of it as like a glorified coupon, and it's really not all that great as what you may think it is. Just something to keep in mind as we take a look at this video.
Question whether getting dental insurance or even going to the dentist at all is worth it.
The public may look at dentistry as elective, and that's where the problem therein lies.
That mindset can actually drive costs up in the long run. There were roughly 2.2 million emergency room visits in 2016 for dental conditions, according to the American Dental Association. The American Dental Association estimates that diverting these emergency room visits could save $1.7 billion per year.
Preventative care is the key to oral health care and also a key to systemic health care.
The system isn't easy to navigate with or without insurance, but there are ways.
He alluded to it right there, guys. Preventative care, yes, it may cost you a little bit of effort and some money in keeping track of your annual maintenance, whether it's every 3 to 4 months of a cleaning or even 6 months to a cleaning. It is always in the long run will be way more expensive for you to just keep up with your semi-annual cleanings and regular visits to your local dentist, and then having them possibly finding some sort of problem when it's really manageable versus waiting years down the line and then a tooth blows up with this huge cavity that could lead to possible infection, root canal, and a crown. That'll rack up your bill real quickly, guys.
Ways patients can save at the dentist.
Access is frequently available, but people are unaware of how to access the access.
Let's break down what it actually costs to go to the dentist, whether dental insurance is worth investing in, and what
this will be
patients
interesting
and
to see. Is it really
policymakers
worth
can do
it?
about it.
In terms of the education system, medical records, and benefits.
This separation can also cause some blind spots in treatment.
My name is Dr. Marie Jackson. I'm a general dentist based out of Montclair, New Jersey, and I'm the owner of Stellar Smile Center. A lot of companies cut dental benefits because the mindset is that it is an elective care type of issue. So when these issues come about, people have let it go because they didn't think of it as essential to their well-being.
There's a lot of emerging evidence that what happens in the mouth can impact a lot of chronic disease management.
Your mouth's part of your body. That's the bottom line.
Dental insurance is a nearly $85 billion industry in the U.S. Historically, there have been separate companies for dental and health insurance, but the industry landscape is shifting. More health insurance carriers are now offering dental benefit options, according to a 2020 survey conducted by the firm West Monroe Partners.
Years ago when I went into practice, the big players were Delta and Horizon. Now the big players are the commercial carriers because they've been able to do the formulation to figure out what they need to charge in premium, provide a quality service, service, but at the same time assure high profitability.
According to West Monroe's data, dental insurers are making plans to stay competitive, with most of those surveyed planning to either partner or bundle benefits with a health insurer by 2025. Much of the dental insurance industry is run at the state level, with some states being more competitive than others. Now, the big publicly traded healthcare companies such as MetLife, Aetna, and Cigna are offering consumers the option to supplement their health insurance with separate dental plans.
Dental insurance is extremely profitable to the insurance companies, which is why many of the major carriers offer dental insurance.
Putting the medical component aside, when it comes to business, dentistry and medicine are better off separate.
Think about when you go to the dentist and how that office is set up versus the office when you go to a physician. When you walk into a dental office, you sit in that operatory. That treatment room costs over $100,000 to set up. And you have to have more than one treatment room. What we provide requires more specific equipment and supplies, and also adds to the cost. A dental office operates at a 65% overhead, where a medical office will be considerably lower than that.
These challenges make it very unlikely that dental insurance.
And he went to it right there. Like, people have no idea how much a dental room actually costs. He said it costs like $100,000. Now, what people don't see is the most expensive things is that you don't see. You don't see the electric that's going through the walls and the floors. You don't see the plumbing lines that have to go through that have to carry water and air. Each room works as like a little mini surgical room. It's not just simply an exam like a physician's office where any major procedures, even if it's a surgeon, they have to do it in the OR at the hospital. There's a lot of costs that actually function, that actually make a dental office work.
Insurance will combine with medical insurance because it could cause problems for dental offices.
The billing systems are totally different, and so providers would have to switch over to a medical model. That's very daunting to many offices, especially small offices.
Dental benefit plans can sometimes be unclear about pricing, causing problems for both patients and dental offices.
It's a lose-lose all around.
Yeah, they're gonna drop a bomb right here. It's not good for either the patients or the providers here.
When we don't have that transparency that we can show to the patient, it's going to be this much, and that's the bottom line. We always say we think it's going to be this much, and then we just cross our fingers and hope that it's going to be true.
I think it's also important for the dental provider to be very transparent and let a patient know costs upfront before the work is done. So if there are any questions, you should be able to get an answer from your provider. You don't want to be hit with a surprise.
In the area where
So Dr. Jackson hit it on the money for probably like 99% to 100% of most dentists, orthodontist specialists. We want to be as transparent as possible when it comes to your healthcare, the gray area that is difficult to understand for not just the patients, but also us providers is dental insurance. We want to be very, really clear up front. How much is a crown going to cost? Now, what do they expect for insurance to pay and their side of things? And what would be your contribution as your responsible co-pay? Trust me, if there was a way to make this any easier, you believe that your local general dentist is really trying to figure it out to make it as clear as possible so that there's like no misunderstanding of these issues.
Dr. Jackson works in New Jersey. A dental exam for a new or returning patient is estimated to be around $130 without insurance, according to fairhealthconsumer.org. Dr. Jackson charges a little over $100 for an exam for new patients. That's the out-of-pocket price. But if a patient goes through insurance, Fair Health estimates the dental office would receive around $80 from the insurance company for that visit.
When an insurance carrier takes 35 or 40% off of your usual fee, it then becomes very difficult to meet your bottom line in your practice.
Here are the estimated costs for some other common dental services. X-rays, which are crucial for diagnosis, can cost around $185 for a patient without insurance in Montclair, New Jersey. A filling for just one surface can run $250, but if 3 surfaces on the tooth need to be filled, it can go up to $385. A root canal for a front tooth can cost around $1,100, and a crown for a back tooth can range from $1,500 to $1,600.
So look at those prices right there. Like an exam was a little over $100, one surface filling, maybe $200 some out of pocket. And then if it added up to a severe treatment, such as a root canal with the crown, those 2 procedures alone, let's say $1,500 and another $1,000, you're looking at $2,500 to $3,000 just for one tooth just to get treated, guys. keep up with your regular maintenance. And this is just showing you the differences in the what they call the customary fee of your general dentist office versus what the insurance is willing to pay out. And we have to agree to these fees when we're in network with insurance providers. Already off the top, your favorite dentist is not like already cutting their top dollar down to an agreed fee to accept your insurance,
depending on what sort of material is used.
It may seem counterintuitive, but dentists say the best way to avoid high prices is by going to the dentist more.
I think the solution to patients not having huge out-of-pocket dental costs is to stay with the prevention side of it. So if we can reach consumers when they're younger, college age, 20s, we can get the word out that you need to take care of your teeth so that they don't necessarily break down on you down the road.
Getting any type of insurance is about risk. You're paying up front in the event that you're going to end up paying something more in the future. So the question is whether a person feels like that risk is warranted when it comes to dental insurance.
Most dental benefit plans have annual maximums, or the amount of dental care the plan will cover for the whole year.
I think back to when I started practice 38 years ago, the average dental plan covered $1,000 to $1,500 for a patient. And back then, that provided the patient with a decent amount of dentistry, and it really increased access to care for many patients. So they really look forward to having that dental insurance. Well, now if you fast forward 38 years, that insurance maximum is still the same. It's still $1,000 or $1,500, which has not changed while the premiums have gone up.
A typical plan works like this.
Now, how is that fair for patients and providers who just want to give patients the most comfortable experience, not just clinically, but financially as well, just to have access to care? If the premiums have gone up year after year for the past 30, 40 years, you would expect that your annual benefit should increase as well? Well, no, I'm afraid that's not the case. That's in general dentistry or orthodontics. Like, how is this fair at all, where your benefits just have never increased? Is this something to keep in mind? Oh, years ago, decades ago, that could, like you said, that could cover a lot of dental care for you. But with a $1,500 annual benefit, that'll barely cover your root canal if you need one. That's just for one tooth, again.
Patients pay into the plan in several ways. There are monthly premiums, which are typically $25 to $30 according to the data from the National Association of Dental Plans, or the NADP. There can also be deductibles, which is the amount of money a patient has to pay out of pocket before their plan starts to cover any care. Those typically run from $50 to $99. So $360 in premiums per year if you're paying at the high end of the typical rate. Another $100, again, worst case scenario, totals $460. Most plans cover preventative care, such as 1 or 2 cleanings a year and 1 set of x-rays with no out-of-pocket costs to the patient. But the plans vary in coverage when it comes to major services like crowns or surgery. If a person decided not to get insurance, had no other issues with their teeth, and just focused on preventative care, such as getting 2 cleanings a year and 1 set of x-rays, it would cost them around $485 out of pocket. Compared to the $460 a year a hypothetical dental plan may cost, they would essentially break even if they did get insurance. According to the NADP, 95% of Americans do not hit the annual benefit maximum.
It all depends on the patient and
they just hit it right there. Insurance companies know most patients and their members don't utilize their full benefits to its extent. So all I hear is you're just giving money to an insurance company and they get to hold on to it. And their job is to hold on to more money. That's a bottom line. Now imagine if there was like a membership plan where you could just pay directly to the dental offices when you need it. When you are paying for it yourself, you feel a little bit more skin in the game versus having it withdrawn out of your normal payroll from your employer. You might not be able to feel the effects just quite as much. But if you are paying for, let's say, 2 annual cleanings a year and an exam, and through your favorite dental office's through your favorite dental office's membership plan, well, now the exchange is just between you and the general dentist. I think in the long run, you'll actually save a lot more money. The money's just exchanged between you two, and there's no third party involved. And a lot of times, these offices offer a substantial discount if you are a prepaid, if you are part of their office membership plan, maybe 10, 20% off any major dental care that you have.
what their needs are. So if someone's getting a lot of work done, it is a benefit to them. It does give them a break. It works rather much like a coupon rather than insurance.
According to a study that was put out by the National Association of Dental Plans, 68% of people that don't have dental benefits, they'll actually go and get dental care, but it's a whopping 88% that have dental benefits are actually going to use those benefits.
When it comes to preventive measures, dental insurance is definitely worth it, so you can have some type of method of getting you in so that you're encouraged to make sure your dental health is in check.
Patients have this perception that they need dental insurance to go to the dentist. For many individuals, having access to dental insurance, it does assist them. Does it assist them at the level that it should? It does not. And when you're talking about the maximums that these policies have, it does not assist individuals that truly need it.
This is exactly true. Like, you don't need dental insurance to go to your dentist at all. Find your favorite one. You already have a relationship one. Continue to go to them. See them every 6 months. You don't have dental insurance, it's not a problem. You'd be surprised how affordable care is.
It's not just patients who question whether insurance is worth it. Dental offices can sometimes struggle to make ends meet if they decide to accept insurance.
When we take on insurance plans, we're taking a break on fees. So for a small office that has majority insurance patients, if you're in network, you are literally taking a cut of hundreds of thousands of dollars within a year. I've seen figures run up as much as $600,000 of insurance breaks that colleagues of mine have taken in one calendar year. You'll find a lot of offices will take insurance plans because if they're a smaller office or new to an area to bring patients in, patients will often look for an in-network provider on their benefit website. So they'll log in, see who's a provider in the area, and it'll draw them to the office.
Dental offices have found ways to help patients who choose to opt out of insurance.
Typically, a membership plan will be a fixed cost per year, and you'll get a certain percentage off of the practice's fees. So, for example, you could end up paying $450 for the year, and then you would get 10 to 15% off of the practice's fees. There's no limitations, there's no deductibles, it's just a straight buy into the practice. They're huge in the dental marketplace now because there is such consumer demand for an insurance alternative.
This is what I'm talking about right here, guys. It's the best thing ever. Like, no deductibles either. There's no hidden secrets about it. You pay for the membership, which will cover typically, let's say, 2 exams, your x-rays, cleanings, and maybe like a few limited emergencies exams. But there's no extra deductibles if you need major work done. There's usually a substantial discount for any major work. It's no different than if insurance is buying into the same fee. It really helps your favorite local dental office tremendously a lot more by not having dental insurance. And at the same time, I think you will actually keep more money in your pocket.
There's this misnomer that you need dental insurance to go to the dentist. You really don't. Dental insurance is not the panacea that most people think it is.
Tomorrow.
Another issue with Medicaid that I hear very often from dentists is that the reimbursement is just too low. It's not enough for them to even recoup their overhead. There's a huge risk to the livelihood of your practice if you make that a huge chunk of your practice.
Now, that's what a lot of patients don't know. A lot of these state-funded insurance plans, specifically Medicaid for dental treatment, the cost of actually, doing a cleaning, an exam, and a restoration like a filling or even a crown, the fees that an office has to agree to does not cover the cost of actually. A lot of times doesn't cover the cost of actually running the actual business, with whether it's the payroll, the labor involved with just the assistants. But let's even take away the doctor's labor, just having the rent and utilities covered in the materials alone. The reimbursement rates are just like so low. And that's a sad thing about it. Like, yes, it's the taxpayers paying for it, but it doesn't incentivize dental offices at all to accept Medicaid when the reimbursement rates are so low. The only people that really suffer are the patients and the potential providers that would love to give access to care, but just know that if a large book of their business is a lot of state-funded insurances, that business is just not going to thrive very much longer.
If I were to take Medicaid, I wouldn't be able to cover my costs of operations and I wouldn't be able to stay open.
Ultimately, the best way to save at the dentist is by putting in the long-term investment and care into your teeth.
I'll see patients who may not come in for years at a time because nothing hurt. But the problem is when a patient does come in, we hope to catch things well before something is painful or before something is broken. Preventive care is essential in keeping costs more reasonable in the dentist.
What a great video. So like ultimately, guys, it is very beneficial for you. Couple things to remember. Number one, keep up with your dental office. Just stay on top of your regular maintenance visits, your regular cleanings and exams. Catch the problems early if you have any. Okay, and there's even if you don't have insurance, remember it's totally okay. Pick your favorite dental office locally. Pick your favorite dental office. Pay for their built-in membership office plan. There's no third party. There's no insurance involved. Pay the office directly. For that could range from as low as maybe $300 to max $500 a year. That will cover your cleanings and exams, the very preventative measure, okay? If there's any work that needs to be done, chances are the office will be glad to give you a substantial discount that's built into that membership plan if you pay them directly. No insurance is involved. There's no messy paperwork. You know exactly what the cost is. It is going to be the most transparent way to receive care. I really hope down the line, like all of the dental world is veering towards this route. It just keeps the transaction between the provider and the patients, and it's beneficial for both parties. Oh, this is great. CNBC did a great job just kind of explaining how the basics of how some dental insurances work through a variety of experience with different dental offices and consultants. This is absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe. Stay tuned to Excelsior Orthodontics as we provide you more content of orthodontic-related stuff, things that are happening in the dental world. How can it help you? Thank you guys very much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Bye, guys.